All right, Ledesma, here we are today, and we are looking at place value. So this is an introduction to place value for fourth graders, but any other grade that needs to look at it as well. So taking a look here for place value, we're going to start out. We have a place value chart here, and we're going to explore what it means. So this first number here, I have 145 million. 267,659. But all of these little tiny digits here all have a different meaning and a different value. For example, this 6 is not the same as that 6, right? And this 5 is different than that 5. So even though the digits are the same, exploring place value tells us what is the value of those individual digits. All right, so let's take this very first number. And we can see here that we have 659. So we're going to start here. We're going to put the 6 in. We're going to put the 5 in. And we're going to put the 9 in. So that tells us that this 9 is worth 9 ones. This 5 is 5 tens, and this 6 is 6 hundreds. So now let's go to the thousands period right here, and we have 267,000, right? 267,000, okay? So that tells us that this 7 is worth 7,000, this 6 is worth 6 10,000s, so 60,000, and this 2 is worth 200,000s, okay? And finally, 145 million. So I'm going to put my 5 there, my 4 there, and my 1 right there. So that is 145 million. This 5 is worth 5 million, which you can see is very different than this 5 over here, which is only worth 50. Okay, this 4 is worth 40 million because it's 4 10 millions, and this 1 is worth 100 million. Now, something you can remember is that you put a comma every 3 digits, right? So you start here on the right-hand side and you go 1, 2, 3, and you put a comma. 1, 2, 3, you put a comma. And in fact, if I were to have billions over here, let's say that there was a 7 over here and it was 7 billion, then I would put a comma here as well. But that is not what this number is. So that is this particular number and exploring place value. Again, you say this number, 145,267,659, right? And you can see that by the millions period, the thousands period, and then the ones period. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to go ahead and switch colors, and we're going to do another example here. So let's try this one out, okay? Let's try out 13,023,457. So right here now, I have to be very careful about where I place my digits, right? So placing on the place value chart, it might be easier to go over here to the ones period first and go, okay, that's 457, okay? So there goes that. And then I look here and I go, okay, 23,000. So I have a 0 in the hundred thousands column. So that I need to hold the place value. So I put my 0 there, and then I've got a 2 there and a 3 there. So 23,000. I'm going to go ahead and put my comma in right now. And then I have 13 million. Now, I don't have anything in the 100 million column, so I don't need to put a 0 here. I could if it helps me understand it, but I'm not going to because it's unnecessary. This 0 has meaning. This one does not. Okay? And take a look. Look at this digit 3 versus that digit 3. This is 3,000, whereas this one is 3 million, right? And you can tell where each what the value of each digit is based on the place value of it. So this 4 is not a 4, it is 4 hundreds. Okay, and this 2 is not a 2, it is 2 10,000s, which is 20,000. Okay, so that's how you place your numbers in a place value chart, and it helps you understand them. Now let's make it trickier, and we're going to go to word form here, and we are going to switch it up based on word form here. Okay, so the next number we have right there is 435,005,023. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start it here. I'm going to say, okay, 435 million. Okay, so I know it has to be in the millions period, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. Okay, 435 million. Okay, now I got to look here. 5,000. Well, I don't have any 100,000s or 10,000s, so I got to hold that place value with the digit 0. But I do need to put a 5 right here in the thousands period. And I'm going to go ahead and put my comma there, and I'll put one here as well. And then 23. So I have nothing in the hundreds. I'm going to hold my place value there, but then I have a 2 and I have a 3. So once again, 435 million, 5,000, 23. And as you can see there, we have now we've managed to write this number into the place value chart, and we can tell several things based on this number. Okay, this 5 is different than that 5. This one is worth 5 million. This one is only worth 5,000. This 3 is worth 3 ones, whereas this 3 over here is worth 30 million. Okay, so it really does matter where the place value of the digit is. Okay, and all these zeros here are placeholders. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more example for you, and that is this one. This is written in expanded form. So take a look what you have here. 9 million plus 400,000 plus 70,000 plus 5,000 plus 60 plus 2. Now let's see if we can figure out what this number is. Now I don't have any 100 or 10 millions, but I do have a 9 million. Okay, I have a 400,000, so here's the 100,000s place value. I have a 70,000, so I'm going to put a 7 here in the 70,000 or in the 10,000s column. I have a 5,000, so I'm going to put a 5 right here. Okay, I have a 60. Ooh, I don't have any hundreds. I guess I'm going to have to put a 0 there. I do have a 60, and I have a 2. So you can take a look, and then of course I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put my commas in, right? So I have 9,475,062. And by putting them all into the place value chart, I was able to take this expanded form number and make it simpler and easier to read. Okay, so that's the basics of place value. You can use a chart like this to help you understand the value of different numbers. Okay, so I hope that this helped you. I hope you continue to explore and learn about place value. It's very important as we go forward that you understand that different digits have different values based on where they are in the place value order. Thanks. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you keep practicing more math. And remember, math is everywhere. Have a great day.